Hi everyone, welcome back to 99 Rock Hounding. In last week's video, I showed off some tumbled quartz points that I finished up with my Lotto tumbler. Well, this is also part of the batch that was finished up in there. The Lotto tumbler's barrel is 4.5 pounds rather than 3 pounds. So I'm kind of splitting up the videos so they're not quite as long, hopefully. I really love showing off the rocks. And plus I'll get a couple of extra videos out of it. So this is, I guess, the first half or the second third of the rocks from that batch. I did a bunch of Montana agates, so I have all those separated too. But let's get right into these, because there's some beauties in this batch. Like this one. This beautiful Lake Superior Agate. Sadly, I don't get to keep this one. I did this one and also this one. And I've got a bunch of others tumbling in exchange for the Lotto tumbler. So I'm very pleased with how these turned out. I really love the bands of quartz through there. Normally I don't like a lot of quartz, but I think that looks really cool. I like all the tubes and eyes on the back. Both of those are just really neat agates. That one's got some fine banding there. Along the edge too. That one is pretty much mostly quartz. Let's take a look at some of these more exotic rocks. Here's some tiger's eye. And in the last batch that I did with my rotary tumbler, the edges got kind of banged up on some of the pieces. But that is clearly not the case here, and turned out really beautiful. And of course, I can't talk about tiger's eye without comparing it to Binghamite. Look at how many different just colors are in that. You can see some chatoyancy, but it's not quite as pronounced as the tiger's eye. It kind of depends on the piece, because some of these pieces are just crazy chatoyant. But I don't think any of the ones in this batch are. There's another piece of bingamite. It's weird, a lot of it almost looks like, especially this gold stuff, looks like wood almost. There you can see the light kind of reflect back and forth. Not quite as shimmery as the stuff though. It's just amazing how much variety is in this. Another one with some iron veins going through it. Square, or a kite. There, that one you can really see the chatoyancy. But again, not quite as pronounced as the tiger's eye. Although this one doesn't have a whole lot of it. Oh, this is kind of a neat piece. This one has the little druzy vug in there. Another neat piece with a lot of different colors. I think I'm almost out of this stuff. This one almost looks like fire. And that one's just kind of plain. Any more? Oh, here's some tiger's eye. Oh, I like how this one has like the two halves, but or that weird line going through it. Just interesting. Love these banded iron formations. Oh, one more piece of bingamite. A little bit of red flash down there. Alright, and I'm sure the other ones that have your attention. Oh, here's another bingamite. But I'm sure the other ones catching your attention are these Crazy Lace Agates. These come from Chihuahua, Mexico. And they are very beautiful, especially this one. You can see where they get their name Crazy Lace Agates from. I mean, look at that. Look at those patterns, that's just unreal. I like this one with it's got some pretty colors in it, along with the beautiful lace patterns. This one I knew wasn't going to turn out great, but it's still pretty neat. Like, I like the red and white at the end here. But yeah, there were a lot of spots that I knew were going to undercut. This one's kind of cool because you can see like these botryoidal formations in there. And it's weird because like it looks like you'd be able to feel that texture, but as you can see by the reflection, it's completely solid. It's just very clear, a very clear mineral. I like that eye. Just such interesting material. That's kind of interesting because it's just got like that eyeball in it. Although this, I guess, pattern on the back of, or all around the eye is pretty interesting too. I think this one was a landscape rock somewhere. And I don't think I would have gotten this good of a shine with it if I didn't have the Lotto tumbler. Because this looks like one of those rocks that the edges would get banged up on it. I remember finding this one in one of my videos this summer. And it turned out pretty cool. No idea what this one is, but it's really pretty. And of course, there's always some lytic jasper. Not really sure what that is. It's got bands, but I don't think it's an agate. Piece of quartz with some interesting inclusions. Another interesting piece of jasper. And I'm not sure what this is, but I always like green. Alright, well that's the first half. Whenever it's ready, I'll have the second half linked up there. But in the meantime, you can check out the quartz video if you haven't, where I tumbled some quartz crystals. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you next week.